And we are live. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Respect the Craft. This is episode number 365, and we're back. What's going on, everyone? Like the title says, this is going to be a little bit of a hashtag respect update as we are a little over 2 months away. A little over 2 months away from hashtag respect live from the Mecca on July 19th. Yeah, we are less than we're on that road. We're on that road that's like any day now it's gonna officially be that 2 months. And yeah, we've gotten this close. We've gotten this close. This episode is also gonna feature a little bit of a TCW preview as Titan Championship Wrestling presents Rise of the Titans this Saturday, May the 17th. So yeah, we're going to be discussing both events. We're going to go into some of the match announcements we have made for Respect these last few weeks. Also talk about some announcements that I have to make because of Respect. And then also just go through the card for Titan because it is going to be a stacked event this coming Saturday. And we got a lot to break down here. But yeah, so we are here. We are here. Hope everyone is well. Gonna wait for some people to start jumping into the comments there and saying what's going on. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about here. We got a lot to talk about. Like I said, this is also gonna be that preview for Rise of the Titans. You look at the poster right there. For those that are also interested, we want to re-show this right here. The Chosen One tryouts are also going to be taking place this Saturday starting at 9 a.m. I want to thank Sonny Ono once again for joining us last week on Respect the Craft to give a full breakdown about that. So we're able to discuss the tryout as a whole, what to expect, all that good stuff, and to truly talk about what this can do for your career. But again, if you have any questions or want to know more about how to get involved and how to get to be a part of the tryout, contact Titan Championship Wrestling today and make your deposit to be able to be a part of this amazing tryout. Again, spots are as always going to be limited for something like this, so make your way. But for fans that are looking to also get their tickets to Saturday's event, as always, you can go right here to Titan/ChampionshipWrestling.com to get your tickets for Rise of the Titans that will be happening this Saturday. But if you want to get your tickets right now as well for Respect, you can go right there to tinyurl.com/respect25. Once again, that is going to be tinyurl.com/respect25, and that'll get you your tickets for July 19th for the stacked event that we've made some just crazy announcements so far for Respect. Unfortunately, some matches have been they've been given that little bit of a card subject to change, as some have seen. But it's okay. It is okay. A lot of that's, I guess, a way we can start this episode, I guess, is one of the announcements I do have to make tonight is another match has unfortunately been postponed. We're not going to say they're canceled because these are matches that we will try to make happen at future Respect events, which as it included the first time ever Darius Carter versus Charles Mason match that has been postponed. We will try to make that happen at a future Respect date. But also another match that we have to unfortunately announce that has been postponed will be this one right here. The first time ever Marcus Mathers versus Arcadia matchup. Unfortunately, Marcus Mathers cannot be with us on July 19th, but don't you worry. We have found a very, very suitable replacement for Arcadia that will be announced in the next coming weeks. So again, we are still trying to make this must-see event. Also a night that is going to be filled with first-time evers. Every match we've announced so far has been under that umbrella of it being a first-time ever matchup, even if it's a first-time ever because of the style of matchup it is. Maybe the pairings have happened in another fashion before, but every single match has It's not, again, we're not trying to fake it here. It's all first time ever matchups, which include this matchup right here. First time ever, you're going to see the Harvester of Sorrows, current reigning and defending Battle Club Pro icons, Fallout Shelter, PPW Women's Champion, the current Outcast Wrestling Women's Champion, Sammy Chaos, going head to head with your homie, the Nomi, Gabby Forza. Again, another first time ever matchup right there. That will be happening on July 19th at Respect. Due to, again, that card subject to change situation that we had with Charles Mason, it was announced that we would be hosting the Brass Ring Invitational, something that Darius Carter has held very to a high standard. He has faced some of the best in Brass Ring Invitationals before, and we tried to find him an opponent, again, that matches that stature and would be a formidable opponent because, again, the Brass Ring Invitational has led to Darius Carter being undefeated every single time he has had one of these. So, with that being said, as well as trying to keep the undefeated, not just the undefeated, but also the first time ever situation here, we have found none other than another veteran of the game in the Brooklyn Outlaw himself, Donovan. So the Brass Ring Invitational being locked in this past Friday. It will be Donovan stepping up to the plate to take on the All-Father, Mr. Darius Carter. First time ever contest right here between these two, which was one of those that, again, even with Mason and Darius, where I could not believe this match has not happened yet, and I'm still in shock that Donovan and Darius has not happened yet, especially with similar paths in their careers, similar stomping grounds that they've been a part of. But hey, we're going to get that first time ever at Respect on July 19th. But we're also going to get another one that, again, it's that similar just training style, similar mentors and all that. We are going to have this first time ever matchup on July 19th, as it will be current reigning and defending TCW lightweight champion Andre Paulino going head to head with WWE IG prospect. He is the Carolina Reaper, Jackson Drake. This is when one that you've seen just a reaction for it. It's even gotten the eye of current NWA star Colby Carino, who, again, has had that. He's been a big influence on both competitors here. So, hey, I threw it out there. If Colby's watching, and if he definitely is going to be watching that one on July 19th, hey, Colby, if you want to face the winner, it's we can make that happen at a future Respect event right there. Also, another first time ever matchup that we locked in that was just announced last night. We announced it last night at 7 p.m. We announced that it's going to be a 4-way dance between the colossal Mike Law, the cause of it all, Joey Conway, the infamous CEO of Kane Industries, Adam Kane, with Silky Smooth, and the star killer himself, Steve Off. A 4-way dance here with 4 men that, again, it's a lot of history and a lot of just time and just tenure in this business for these 4 right here. And 5, even adding Silky Smooth to the mix. It is going to be one that I was looking forward to see how this pairing is going to be. Looking forward to see what these 4 bring to the table. Because, again, it's already a difficult situation in a one-on-one environment. Now you add the element of 4 different competitors in there and what they could bring to the table. Adam Kane having the advantage of having Silky Smooth with him. So you never know what could happen there. But as we've also announced for Respect, Amity LeVay is going to be in the building. She might be in action. But that also adds possibly a little bit of an advantage for Joey Conway, because you never know what Amity LeVay might be doing that night. But also Steve Off having the home field advantage. Steve Off is him and the Mecca are very synonymous for some magical reasons. So you never know. You never know what could happen there. And also because we've had a little bit of a problem with a Brujo that was very happy when we announced Steve Off was a part of this show. So I'm not sure if he'll have something to do. We're gonna have to double up the security that night because of just lot of situations that we're dealing with as it comes to this event here. So yeah, we'll see how that four-way goes. But again, it is going to be a four-way dance. And um to clarify that a four-way dance, because of my great co-host on the Knucklehead Network, Toe, it's a four-way dance does not mean they're gonna be you know what? I can't even say that, because now that I put it out there, that possibly is gonna become a thing. Because my great co-host decided to say that I decided to put Joey Conway and Colossal Mike Law in a situation that they have to dance because of it being called a four-way dance. Um, that's not the you know what? We're gonna move on here. First time ever matchup. Yeah, we'll get the comments from said competitors in the next coming weeks and just see what they think about the situation. And I hope they also don't agree with Toe Tags thinking about dancing. The four-way dance has been a thing. Come on. There's three-way dances, four-way dances. It's okay. We're gonna move on here. Because as well as, hold on, let me also check one thing, because hold on. In a situation. Let me just check one thing, because I have not actually seen hold on. One sec, ladies and gentlemen, because okay, cool, yeah, it's there. My bad. Just making sure that it's working properly on the socials, because I forgot to actually check the audio. This is the one thing about doing this solo for a while is you don't know if anyone could hear you. So I was like, let me actually check now, because I don't know if they can hear me. If anyone can, let me know. All right, cool. Yeah, we're good there. We're good there. Yeah, we're good. Cool. Just making sure that people can hear me, because that would be a big problem if I've just been talking for the last better part of 13 minutes and no one heard a thing. I've just promoted the card here, gone through the card for a bit for respect, as there's still matches to go. That's also we still have more matches to announce in the next coming days. We have another match will be announced tomorrow night. You can expect that at 7 p.m. We'll be announcing one more matchup for the week on Friday. Friday will more than likely be announcing another member of our roster, because, like I said, as I unfortunately had to announce, like I said, this matchup unfortunately being postponed, that means we have to add some people to the roster. And also, we've added some more talent to the roster because of some late confirmations. So we have some more able talent to be added to the roster here, including some of our commentary talent that we can finally now announce upcoming our second commentator for the night, as we have a full team for everyone here. Look at that. We got Tony Cheney in the chat. What's going on, Tony Cheney? Can't wait to get my hands on Harry and Jack. They may have to find you a new broadcast partner when I'm done with. See, Tony Cheney, that's what I don't get. I haven't been told who I'll be calling the show with Saturday, because I can imagine Harry's going to be very busy preparing for your match, because that's going to be a big matchup happening this Saturday. Yes, we're going to see Harry Turjanian in action. I can't wait. That match alone is a reason I am getting I have my notes. I got Harry's moveset ready. I've heard he's in the lab right now. That's all we had to. That was the real reason we had to postpone tomorrow's episode with Harry Turjanian and Michael Fain, is because Harry's so dedicated to his training right now. I heard he tried to license Eye of the Tiger just to be able to only be able to use it for his training camp. So I heard a lot of good things about Tony. Definitely, brother. Definitely. We will get you back on there. You know what? We'll talk about your match Saturday. After Saturday, we'll get you on here to talk about just the amazing technical clash that's going to be. Again, I'm hearing big things about Harry's training. I feel like you and Harry, it's about to be just a technical classic on Saturday. But again, I'm going to have to figure out who I'm calling the show with, who I'm going to be calling the show with Saturday, who I'm going to be calling the shows with after the fact. Because I don't know if Harry's going to want to come back to the booth. That might be it. This might be the start of Harry Turjanian's in-ring career. We might, if you guys know any great commentators out there, we might need a new broadcast partner for me at Titan Championship Wrestling, which also Harry's one of my commentators for July. I just locked in. We're gonna have to find a new commentator for that. To anyone that wants to hit us up on the Respect social medias. We might be looking for a new commentator to join our newest commentator that I cannot announce yet. I'm waiting for the graphic to be able to announce our second commentator that will be joining the booth. That announcement will be coming very soon. Let's see. Eye of the Tiger was my first theme, one time only. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that, see? So he's trying to Tony Chini, July 19th is yours. Yes, Tony, for everyone that might not know, yes, July 19th will be the date for Respect. Again, it's going to be live at the Mecca in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you get your tickets now. For anyone interested, tinyurl.com/respect25 to see all these first time ever matchups that we've been going through here. Which again, it features Andre Polino versus Jackson Drake, the Brooklyn Outlaw Donovan taking on the Allfather Mr. Darius Carter, the four-way dance between Colossal Mike Law, the cause of it all Joey Conway, the infamous CEO Adam Kane, and the Star Killer Steve Off, as well as this huge first time ever matchup here between the Harvester of Sorrows, Sammy Chaos, and the Nomi, Gabby Forza. And again, more matches to come, including who will the legendary innovator himself, Arcadia, be going head to head with? Find out in the next coming weeks, as well as, again, we have so many talent announced that who could they be facing? We got Yoya that's going to be at Respect. We have Amy LeVay that's going to be at Respect. We have Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gangone that will be at Respect. We have Bear Bronson is going to be at Respect. So you never know what the pairings could be, what matches we can see. And again, a lot more that will be announced in the next coming weeks as we get closer to Respect. There we go. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Thank you. Hey, what's going on, normal guy? You're the first on YouTube, normal guy. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for supporting here. But yeah, again, we're gonna get into the Titan card in just a little bit. I wanted to try to get all the information I can out there about Respect first, and then we're gonna get into the Titan festivities, because I haven't really gotten on here in a while just to talk and clarify some things, and just to not have to just focus on something else, so we wanted to get on here, talk about everything that's going on. Also, I'd even showed the graphic here of another first time ever singles matchup, as it will be Valentina Vasquez going head to head with the kick demon herself, Janai Kai. That is also going to be another first time ever matchup. They have interacted before in a triple threat matchup, this time now being first time ever singles right there. Let's see. We got what's going on. Let's see. We got if you need a guy with a sick merch table, hit me up. I'm free that day. Thank you, Tony. We'll definitely talk. We'll definitely talk. I'll see you Saturday. And we'll have some conversations there at Rise of the Titans. Again, if you guys haven't already, make sure you get your tickets for that as well. It's going to be a very busy and long day for the Titan Nation, because again, if you are a trained performer and are looking to gain a huge opportunity here and bet on yourself, be a part of the Chosen One tryouts that are going to be hosted by the legendary innovator of the selfie himself, Sonny Ono. Again, we talked about that with him last week, just what this opportunity really means, what this can do, and what trajectory this puts you in your career. Many, again, have been chosen from tryouts just like this and have taken those opportunities to go to promotions like Wrestle One, to Noah, and many more. Again, an opportunity like this does not come often. So take advantage. Be there this Saturday, The tryouts begin at 9 a.m. And then later in the day, the main event of the day will be Rise of the Titans featuring a stacked Titan Championship Wrestling card. Like I said, we're going to get into it in just a little bit as we're going to be going through every single match that you'll be expecting this Saturday at Rise of the Titans. If you haven't already, again, to get in contact about the event, you can go to TCW social medias as well to get in contact about that. Also, those are going to be right here. TCW on Instagram, Titan Championship Wrestling. TCW on X at Titan Champions 1. And if you haven't already gotten your tickets for Rise of the Titans, you can go right here, titan/championshipwrestling.com. That way you don't miss out, because tickets are going fast for this stacked event that will be happening this Saturday. What's going on? We got Robbie Romero in the chat. What's going on, brother? Hope all is well. We'll see Robbie this Saturday in action. He's going to have a huge opportunity here to earn himself a little title shot right there. But what's going on? What's going on? Look at that. We got Ken Powers in the building. Ken Powers will also he'll be at Rise of the Titans. Again, we have a lot to get down there. We're gonna have a lot to discuss in just a little bit. Just give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I want to make sure that is hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. We got a little technical situation here. I want to make sure we're all set here. Hold on 1 sec. See, this is the only good thing about being here currently solo, that it's like I can also still talk to you guys while also making sure everything else is secure, and it's not rude. Like when doing this and then having a guest, it's such a just weird situation. And look at that, we got Constant Wrestling in the building. What's going on? What's going on, Constant? Shout out to Constant Wrestling. I'm the rumor mill. I heard them. I saw them with a little teaser the other day. I wonder what's that about. We want to get the information. It's crazy. My TikTok gave me a little notification the other day. It's almost been a year since we made the official announcement of the very first Constant Wrestling event being held. That would have been July 27th last year. And yeah, we got to see what could be in the works over there at Constant. Constant, just so you know, because you missed out on the announcement, we had to unfortunately break the news that this matchup has been postponed. Again, it's not canceled. I want to put that out there, that again, these matches, including this one, as well as Charles Mason versus Darius Carter, have unfortunately been postponed. The reason we're using postponed instead of saying they have been straight up canceled is because we're trying to talk to all parties involved to make sure it can happen at a future Respect event. And both matches are going to be happening in the future. We have talked to all parties involved and are willing to do it a little later in the year. So again, just stay tuned. Again, this is the unfortunate side of doing this, that it's the card subject to change. Is always possible, but it's okay. It doesn't change the fact that it's still going to be a stacked night. We have found a replacement opponent for Arcadia, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. So you guys are just going to want to wait, stay tuned, get your tickets now, because we still got some other announcements, like I said, that we still have to make as well. So stay tuned, because that announcement tomorrow is going to be a crazy one, because that match, oh man, that's going to be that's going to be crazy. That's going to be a crazy announcement tomorrow night, because it's if you thought the 4-way dance was a big one, wait till you see tomorrow's match announcement for Respect. What's going on, Tim? Glad to see you are ready for TCW. Again, that's going to be this Saturday night. Be like Tim, get your ticket, make sure you are there, be in the building for Rise of the Titans. Let's get into a little bit of that. Let's start talking about Rise of the Titans. Again, we already talked about earlier in the day. It will be the Chosen One tryouts there, but also hold on 1 sec. Let's go back to the comments here. Hey, what's going on? We got Silky Smooth in the chat. What's going on, Silk? Hope everything's well, brother. Hope everything's well with you. We posted the graphic again, brother. So like we announced last night, four-way dance is official. You got look at that. Even Silk is on the graphic. Look at that. Leaving we got to make sure Kane Industries is in full effect there. That Silky Smooth that's going to be with Adam Kane in the building. Silk making his official Mecca debut. So look at that. Look at Silk making his way to the Mecca on July 19th. But let's get into this. Let's start talking about Rise of the Titans here. Again, a stacked card from top to bottom. As we mentioned earlier, it is going to be a tag team matchup between the real talent, Jack Martins and Harry Turjanian, taking on Tony Cheney and Francesca. Again, like I said, because of this matchup, I might need a new commentary partner. I might need a new commentary partner going forward. I don't know what will happen after this Saturday. Like I said, it can either lead to possibly Harry having maybe this is it. This is Harry awakens his true calling as a competitor. This might be what inspires him to get to stay in the ring. He's done so much talking from the commentary desk, and I've warned him. I've warned him constantly as a true unbiased journalist as I am. I keep telling him that he's gonna get in trouble with this. Look what happened we saw what happened at our last event. Just seeing Harry Turjanian get his nose in that situation with just Michael Fain and what they did, even having the nerve to attack the boss man himself, deciding to attack Billy Fetsky at another level domination. I don't know. I feel like, again, Tony Cheney put it here. He's ready to just really give Harry Turjanian and Jack Martins what they deserve, especially after the fact of just not only putting their hands constantly on Tony Cheney and Jack Martins doing the unthinkable act of attacking Francesca at another level domination after that grueling 6-man street fight. It's going to be something on Saturday. It's going to be something. So again, I hope Harry's ready. Like I said, I hope his training camp has been paying off. I hope he was able to get that actual training session tomorrow. That's what he told me he had to reschedule. He canceled the whole interview. We're supposed to do an interview tomorrow, sit down interview with myself, Michael Fain, and Harry Turjanian. And apparently he's getting ready. He had another in-ring session tomorrow to get ready for the match. I'm not sure how true that is. I'm not sure what he's going to be doing on Saturday. What's his ring attire going to be? Again, I know Harry's at least I'll give him that. As much as I'll talk bad about Harry at times and say certain things about Harry, he is a great comedian, and great commentator. I just don't know what's going to happen when he steps into that ring. I don't know if he's ready for this, especially to go in there with the likes of Tony Cheney and Francesca Cheney, who are two trained competitors. We've seen Tony Cheney in multiple matches, in so many matches, especially in a Titan ring. So to see this, I don't know, man. It's gonna be something. So we shall see what happens with that tag team match, and to see what condition again Harry's gonna. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But we'll continue there. We had him in the chat. Ken Powers will be at Rise of the Titans. He's going to be addressing the Titan Nation. I want to see what will happen here. It's going to be something to see what the Polish powerhouse is bringing this time. Coming alone here. Usually it's him and TKO. Usually we see the social influence as a duo in Titan Championship Wrestling. Ken Powers coming out alone Saturday to address the Titan Nation. We'll see. We shall see what will go down. But look at that. We got the boss man himself, Mr. Fetsky. What's going on, Billy? Hope everything is well. We're about to talk about again Rise of the Titans here. We had a little bit of a conversation about respect, gave some updates, had to make some big announcements here, and now we're going through the card here, Billy. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, Billy. If you wanna join us, let me know. We'll send you the link so we can get your take on certain things, because I still don't know about this Harry situation, Billy. So if you're able to, uh, you know what? Let's give me one sec, Billy. Let's get the boss man in here. Give us one sec, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have Billy join us and get his take on everything going on, because why not? Let's get the boss man in here so we can see what he thinks, because it's there's a lot to discuss here. There's a lot to discuss, and I want to see what Billy is thinking when it comes to just everything that will be going on this Saturday at Rise of the Titans. So just give me one sec to get the boss man in here. Hold on, let's do that so that way when Billy joins us, it will adjust the screen properly. So just give us one sec, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. We got the boss man now. What's going on, brother?
Hey Raymond, how are you? I just got
Uh,
back in the truck. I just made my stop, man. How are
all
you?
good, all good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We just got to the Titan portion because I was letting people know, because now I have to do those things and give updates on a whole nother show, which is a whole headache in its own right. But now
I feel
we're
for you.
we're now here, Rise of the Titans, and Billy, I have to ask you, because you haven't told me yet. What's going to happen with the commentary table Saturday? Because my commentary partner has a whole match on Saturday night. Like, what's going to happen with Harry? Because he's apparently getting ready for this match. He canceled my interview tomorrow. I was supposed to have Harry on with Michael Fain, and he's getting ready. He's getting ready for a fight, allegedly.
Well, he better get ready. I don't want to hear any excuses. I mean, he's been a loud mouth for quite some time. They've caused nothing but problems. So, hey, listen, when you're the type of guy that, obviously you put yourself on your own pedestal, you should be able to not only handle a match, but wait, handle commentary as well. So I don't. If they've got to scrape him up with a shovel and walk him to that commentary table, that's what he's got to do after.
Got
And I
you.
don't want to hear excuses. And let me tell you something. During that main event, he will be planted in that chair. Otherwise, Harry no longer will be employed here. So we'll be looking for another commentary partner for you. So, again, and I've tried to explain this to Mr. Fain quite often. Actions have consequences. Now, PJ Savage hasn't really been vocal. He hasn't, he's got stuff going on, and we all know that, right? Everybody has a life. However, it's the quiet ones that are more lethal. Nothing really hasn't been said. The exclamation point for PJ has been his title run, and Michael Fain has to face PJ Savage on Saturday. So I think rather than, and I understand what PJ is doing, rather than saying it, PJ Savage is just going to show it on Saturday. So yeah, there's a lot of pent up aggression and everything else, especially with daily life, that you could potentially see come out. So Michael Fain really just got to cross his T's and dot his I's. But same as Harry, same as all of the TTA, the Audacity and Jack. I mean, Harry's got a very busy night.
He definitely does. He has a very busy night, and again, their words, their actions have all now cashed in checks that I don't know if they're ready to, because we're still looking at domination. And Billy, I'm surprised they have employment currently after
Well,
what they did at the end of the night at domination, striking you, which just it was a disgusting thing to see, of attacking. Again, you sign our checks, Billy. So I'm surprised Michael Fain still has a job here.
yeah. So I mean, I could go that route absolutely, and I could have, and it was a thought, and I could ultimately, excuse Mr. Fain and excuse. In fact, I could excuse all of them. But again, where does that leave it? Right there's no consequence other than just being not here. Now, sure, I can go out, Raymond. We know. I mean, uh, you're a part of my media and production team. You can only imagine, how many emails I get for bookings and all that. We all know, right? I could replace. Cool. Why would I do that, right? So here I am with a decision to make, And I find Michael Fain has got to be in that ring with PJ Savage, right? Harry's got to put on a pair of wrestling boots. He's got to wrestle. Audacity's up against Brothers Gray. Jack Martin's got to face Tony Cheney, which is really quite personal.
Very
So
personal.
if I relieve them of their duties, which I ultimately can, where does that get me? What gratification? I mean, was the punch that severe? I mean, am I that petty? Or would that be just watching them in scramble all night? So I just thought it was, especially for the sake of the fans, I thought it was just a better move to watch the TTA get destroyed. That's cool, right? Now at the same time, you know, was it a little provoked? Maybe, sure. I should have said what I said, of course, but I mean, how many months of whining should I? Again, I feel it's my opinion that I should go through, but um, but to Michael Fain's credit, I also stated that, hey, a lot of people had said they were going to do something and they never do it. He came through with it. Cool. No, no, of course I got to respect the fact that he's a man of his word. Hey, the all-in-one is the all-in-one. However, if there is that sliver of chance, Raymond, and I'm talking a centimeter of chance, Michael Fain is victorious. And Michael Fain does capture the Titan Heavyweight Championship. His life will be made a living hell here. And that's coming straight from me. So, at that point when he does take the loss, and again, but my opinion, when he does take that loss, Mr. Fain will have to go home and lick those wounds. Even trade off the beating that he's going to get from PJ Savage might hurt jaw for a couple of weeks. I'll take it.
Well, then we shall see again. It's finally going to happen. First time ever. We talked about it with respect cards. A lot of first time evers, but for this one, we have finally first time ever. It's almost feels like every time it was scheduled, the match just could not take place. But finally, we'll be going down Rise of the Titans for that TCW Heavyweight Championship. Just so many just emotions, feelings, everything going into this one. Again, if you guys haven't already, make sure you get your tickets because this is a main event that could change the landscape of TCW for definitely the foreseeable future here, depending on
Oh,
what.
without a doubt, without a doubt, and no matter which way this goes, there's a change in the landscape. Period, Raymond. I mean, a lot of things we have upcoming, and right. So we haven't even got to our end of summer and fall and going into winter schedule. So I mean, there's got to be landscape changes. Period. So we're looking forward to that. The future for Titan is bright. Great summer schedule we got upcoming, and looking forward to that. And again, I apologize. I mean, I was out here working, but um, what a show and what a card do you have on the Respect event? I can't wait to personally be there. It's the first show that in over 5 years that I have gone without Titan related, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I think that's going to be a phenomenal show, a phenomenal night. I'm happy for you. I'm proud that you're on that path, and it's going to be a successful night, and and I'm proud that nothing has stopped you, and then that's I give a lot of respect.
Oh, I appreciate that, Billy. And again, as we joked about off the air, Billy finally gets to see me now with just running around doing everything he has to do at a Titan event. He gets to just sit back and watch the action and not have to stress about anything on July 19th. He's just gonna watch as I go nuts trying to put everything together here.
I'd be a liar if I'm going to sit there and watch, and of course I'm going to watch, but my chest is going to be going dun 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 dun, dun, right? Because I mean that's I'm going to feel that way anyway. But no, I appreciate it, believe me. But I'm just going to be trying to, if anything, telepathically, Raymond, you know. But but it's cool, man. I'm looking forward to it. You've got a great lineup, great card. Um, what a way to heat up July, and we're definitely looking forward to it, man.
No, definitely. And again,
And
it's still we still got our schedule too. Again, Titan a lot to still put out there and stuff that the Titan Nation's they're gonna lose their mind over as we start to finally announce those things. But it all kicks off with Rise of the Titans this weekend. Oh, look at that. We got Adam Ace. Of course, never got my one-on-one with Fane. Tell him to come on, Adam. See, he started our
it's,
problems down in North Carolina. That's still we can't forget that with Adam Ace. He's yeah.
he's not forgotten. I still owe him one, just as he thinks he's owed one, right? And you never know. There's a list that wants a piece of Michael Fane's ass, so it could very well happen. So hang out, be patient, ride the wave, brother. But right now he should have thought of that before signing that contract with Atlantic Coast. So, you reap what you sow.
Very
The
true. And
grass
look
was
at
greener, right? So if it's a greener grass, it's greener pasture. Make sure that manure is good shit. Otherwise, all it is garbage shit.
there you go. And look at that. We got Ben Castle as well in the chat. What's going on, Ben? Hope everything is well.
Thank you, sir.
Look at that. So, but again, this weekend stacked card there. Ben Castle also be in that matchup we talked about with Robbie Romero. It will be Robbie, Ben Castle, and Blocks, and again the chosen one tryout selected competitor that will be in this four-way dance this weekend. And again, you never know. Like we said, with that chosen one tryout, a lot of things coming from it. Again, that opportunity to go to Japan to get trained, and again, what that can lead to so much knowledge, experience, and just it's a lot. We talked about it with Sonny Ono last week. Billy, how are you looking forward to this tryout this weekend? Because
I'm looking forward to it. I'll be there the first thing in the morning, and then I'll be watching. I mean, it's cool. Like it's not the free for all, so I get to actually sit back and watch and not partake, right? So, and I get to watch the masters at work. And let me tell you something. I'm blessed because I have an opportunity to learn off of this too, as well, right? So, I'm gonna soak that up as a sponge. So this is huge for me. However, like I said, I'm gonna be watching the talent, and I'm gonna watch to see who they, choose, and obviously, even if they're not the chosen one, that doesn't take away the fact that I have plenty of more shows. I could book these well trained and athletes that I could put on the show. So I mean, I'll be scouting as well. I mean, that's no mystery. But I'm looking forward to it, Raymond. I really am. But I'm really truly looking forward to the learning aspect of it.
Oh, definitely. Again, there's a lot to learn from this, a lot just to see how the selection process is, but also just to see again the performers that will be again making that bet on themselves, seeing what happens, and making their way to the event this Saturday. Because you never know. Again, we could see some that are the full selected to get the experience with the Japan training and everything like that. But also, you never know.
I might lose Titans.
You never know. Well, it's not a loss. Again, they get to go out there, they get to gain that experience, come back to Titan, and who knows? We've seen it again. One that will be in action this Saturday. We have Rich Port Ayala, who will be making his way to Titan this weekend. He was a part of that tryout I spoke to Sonny about years ago with Kazayashi. He got to go train at Wrestle One, and we got to see what that did for his career and that trajectory. And again, it's a lot of people that are going to want those opportunities. A lot of people claim they should be at the top of the mountain and they should be given these opportunities, but a lot of it's earned. It's a business where a lot of things are earned. And I feel like a certain guest that we have on in the waiting room right now might disagree with me on certain aspects. So Billy, my apologies. I didn't know he was coming. somehow he always gets in here. I don't know how it's a different link every time. But we have good old SP. What's going on, SP? Again,
How we doing tonight there, fellas? It's good to see you, Billy. It's good to see you, Ray.
Good to see you as well, SP.
Let's talk about the Titans.
What's going on, man? How are you? How's everything?
I'm great, man. You know, everything is good. The family is not divided like everybody thinks, you know.
You sure about that? Because it looked a little divided at a domination. Just
that was my fault. That was my fault. Jeff got a little handsy and a little bossy and a little. That was my fault. It wasn't his fault. I got up on the apron when I shouldn't have against Ben Castle. It's on me. It's on me.
Sorry. Oh, look at that. I guess we're look at that, Billy. We're getting a little bit of maturity here from SP.
Honesty is honesty, right? SP's not one for if he's at fault to not take a blame. He stand up like a man and say he's always been that way as long as I've ever known him. So respect.
Guys, Jeff told me that I'm not supposed to talk about any of this, so I don't want to get him mad or anything. So can we just stop talking about it?
Oh, okay. My apologies. I'm just we're trying to give you your flowers. Okay. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, speaking of Jeff, I mean, this was really great conversation, to keep going about Jeff and he's the Funhouse heavyweight champion and
he'll be there.
He's supposed to be there, right? He's supposed to be there, and
we'll be there.
We're looking forward to that.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the building. SP, can you tell us any of that? Why he's gonna be in the building? Unfortunately,
because Jeff Noyes is an A-lister. Jeff Noyes is a movie star. Jeff Noyes is soon to be a Netflix star. You'll see what I'm talking about real soon. And it's time Jeff Noyes got paid for his work. I mean, Billy, you do a good job of paying him when he wrestles, but if we're going to be at the Seaside show, so what my deal is we're going to tip Jeff Noyes on the 17th. This Saturday.
Oh, so that's what that is a tip.
We're going to tip Jeff Noyes. So if you Titan fans that are going to be there on the 17th want to see Jeff Noyes in June 7th, I believe it is, Billy, in Seaside.
Yes, it is.
You better tip Jeff Noyes on May 17th.
I got no problem giving just a tip.
Tip Jeff. Hey, you got a couple kids. I know you have no problem with that.
Why did we go that route? I'm just saying nothing but just a tip.
Can't take
okay. Well then, interesting words here.
Papa Dank's show the night before, you get that Alfredo Dank vision in your head. You start talking nonsense on the road.
There was really no nonsense. I mean, listen, I asked for a couple of shares. I got a bill. I don't know. He just wants the tip. I'll give him the tip.
But we're gonna go back to what's going on. We got Aunt Tina in the chat. Too bad for Jeff.
Jeff, yeah, too bad for you. Don't talk about Jeff like that. All right, you don't want to make him angry. We just want to keep it.
Right, we're just having a conversation here. I don't know why Jeff Noyes is angry.
Everyone just relax and
yeah, because there's it's okay, Len. We look at this. We got Jeff Noyes right front and center right there, right under PJ and Michael Fay.
That's where it should be, front and center, right there with my little head next to him.
So it's okay. See, you're there
just
too.
Just a tip, little head. Okay, we know where SP's at.
This guy.
So we're gonna keep going here. We're gonna talk about let's get SP's take here. Might as well as he's here about some other matches that will be happening this weekend. SP, let's get your take on this situation with Harry Turjanian having to get in the ring. You're someone that again is not formally a in-ring competitor and having to step in there sometimes when the again your actions face repercussions. Your thoughts on Harry having to step in there this weekend in that tag team match with Jack Martins against Tony Cini and Francesca?
Shit, sorry. Harry made his bed. I mean, he's a fellow manager, and I respect the hell out of him. I don't know what he's thinking though. I think he's gonna have his hands full with Tony and with Fran, and I think Jack better handle most of the heavy work in that match. I mean, that's what I'm afraid of. If Jack gets his hands on Fran, Jack is a monster. Jack has been on a rip through Titan, just like most of the people Harry has under his command right now. I'd be afraid for Fran if Jack gets in there with her, and I'd be afraid for Tony too. But like most people know, like I've known Tony since he was a little kid. His first show he ever came to, he came and saw the Zebra King in all my glory, back when I was a young Zebra King. So I've seen Tony go through from the beginning through everything he's gone through to now, and I don't know. I wish we could take Fran and Harry out of the picture and maybe put the two of them in like a steel cage. But you know, we'll get to that point eventually, I guess.
We've already seen what just casualties a steel cage has done. Another level domination had 3. Again, we're still certain competitors are still recovering. That's why I'm surprised to see
just in a brawl that night, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see Blocks is going to be in action this Saturday. I'm surprised to see Frankie Picard is even walking on Saturday, because it's we've seen a lot that's happened because of those steel cage matches. That grueling wounds are still there with a lot of another level domination.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we shall see. We shall see. But I do want to get again another comment on this, just because of another matchup that will be happening this Saturday. We talked about him. I want to get your guys' thoughts on the current former, which is crazy to say now, former TCW middleweight champion Face will be going head to head with Rich Port Ayala. And want to get your thoughts on that, gentlemen, because it felt like Face had an iron grip on that TCW middleweight championship, and we saw again in a steel cage how things can change, and we have a new champion in the Brooklyn Outlaw, Donovan.
You know, Donovan in that steel cage just wanted it that much more. He gave it that much more. So, congratulations to Mike Donovan on becoming the middleweight champion. But if you, as you recall, that prior to Rich Port Ayala, it was supposed to be the Tokyo Monster versus Face. Ultimately, it was Face that we wanted to put on that that kind of spotlight match to be with any one of the judges, to be viewed and seen. So we were looking forward to that. Unfortunately, Genghis couldn't make it. Tokyo Monster couldn't make it. However, Rich Port Ayala, who was in Japan as well, will be facing Face in replace of Tokyo Monster. So, I mean, again, keeping that high standard, that spotlight match, keeping that high standard, as that's what we wanted to do. We're sure that we are very confident and very sure that Face will wow the judges. They're going to be there anyway. So this is going to be a spectacular match. I don't think that the loss of the middleweight title is going to hold Face back at all. And I believe either A, he's going to look to regain that title back. If not, maybe in the future, shooting for the stars and going higher and above. So
I got nothing against Rich. I got a lot against Face. Threw me into an ambulance, tried to choke slam me onto some tacks. Threw me out of the ring over his head, vaulted me out. Thank God that Jeff Noyes and my piece of crap and grateful son were there to catch me. But I'm pulling for Rich in this one because, as me and Jeff say, at Face, we don't want to curse on the Respect the Craft show. We want to respect the craft. So you know what I'm saying.
It's all good. It's all good. It's understandable there. Again, a lot of emotions, a lot of tension there, but it's what we shall see. But
not with him, Ed, either. Trust me.
But again, speaking of that TCW middleweight championship, like I said, the Brooklyn Outlaw Donovan, our new TCW middleweight champion, and will be defending against the returning Nikos Ricos. That'll be making his way back to TCW. Billy, your thoughts on that one, and how do we get we get Nikos Ricos back in a TCW ring after so long?
Yeah, I mean, excited to have him back. I mean, we're looking forward to it. He is on record, he is the second middleweight champion of this company, in its history. So he's familiar with the Titan brand, and of course, he's familiar with the Titans here and what it takes to be a Titan and to keep that right. Like I said, we're happy to have him back. He said he was ready. he's ready for a full-time return, and I think the church was and Rise of the Titans was a great opportunity to make that happen. So, um, and of course, being a former middleweight, what better way to put him to that challenge than to face the current middleweight champion?
Mhm. It's going to be a nice battle of two bulldogs. You look at Mike Donovan, you look at Nikos Rikos, kind of similar styles, and I think that's going to be a real, it's going to be a real brawl. Honestly, I think it's going to
Yeah,
be two forces just meeting in the center of the ring. I know it sounds cliche, but um, they're both. Nikos Rikos is extremely strong and in shape. Let's not have any two bits about it. Mike's in
absolutely.
good shape too, but when Mike lacks in that shape area, he makes up for experience and in street smarts.
Yeah,
He's been
I
a
was
lot
gonna say that.
in and outside the ring. He knows how to handle himself in any situation, as we saw when he won the middleweight title in that cage. So I don't know. I don't have a clear cut winner in this one. I'm gonna be watching though, because I mean, either one of these guys would probably look good right next to me. Uh, we'll see.
Are we scouting now, SP? Are we trying to?
I mean, I'm always looking. I'm always looking. I'm always looking for talent and people that need to be guided to that next level. So
Got you.
I mean, listen to SP's credit. SP's credit, he's always working. He's around the clock. Doesn't take any breaks. And to his credit, once he's got his eyes set on somebody, I mean, he'll pound you to death until it happens. So I mean,
Hey, it's been successful. Like we see Jeff Noyes, the current reigning and defending Funhouse heavyweight champion. It was something that we saw over the past summer. How much SP was pleading for an opportunity like this, and it ends up happening. So it's one of those where, hey, the results are there, but we got blocks in the chat as well. What's going on, blocks?
blocks
What's
with a
going on?
Z. Blocks with a Z.
We
Blocks.
got
Blocks
we
with
got
a Z.
blocks who will be challenging again for that opportunity to become the number one contender for that TCW middleweight championship there.
About that match.
So that's gonna be something. That's gonna be we have again three confirmed competitors in Robbie Romero, Ben Castle, and Blocks, but then we have that mystery competitor who will be chosen from the chosen one tryouts there. Again, we saw Ben Castle add another level of domination, go head to head. So many moments where we could have seen possibly a new champion crowned at domination, but hey,
Hey,
again in the end,
let's not bring that up again.
I'm just saying what I saw again as the commentator that night. I'm just saying what I saw.
Domination. Jeff Noyes dominated Ben Castle like he dominates everybody else in the ring. So
I don't know about that word
let's
domination.
just stop. Let's just, because you're gonna get him mad, and then I'm gonna get a text and a call, and it's
I'm,
gonna be like, "Oh, SP, why you gotta make it about yourself all the time?" Let's not. Let's just drop it. All right. Ben Castle's got a good shot in that match. Let's talk about Ben Castle in this match. Let's not talk about the past.
okay, I'm just saying he has that momentum of almost winning the fun.
He really did, right, Raymond? He really had that momentum. What was a great match. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it dominating.
There was multiple moments we could have seen a new champion crowned. It felt like it was.
Gonna get me. Stop.
I'm not saying anything wrong about Jeff.
Stop.
I'm just
Texting me now. Stop.
but we can't talk on the show. That's kind of part of the podcast here. We have to
I
talk
do enough, and you're gonna do this to me. Come on.
I'm just talking.
Let's talk about the four-way match. The chosen one. The chosen one.
Okay.
I mean, we got momentum, right? So
Yeah,
you got Robbie Romero, who's been on a rise at Titan, which he has, right? So quote unquote, the rise of the Titans, right? I mean, so that right, so that works. Ben Castle with his return lately has been really great. I mean, so there's a rise there.
Yep.
Blocks, no matter whether he wasn't victorious in that steel cage match versus Frankie Picard, but what a showing from the time that he got into that cage to the end. And organically, when you could organically grab the crowd, to the crowd even chants, hug it out to the both of them. And that was just organic. It was what a moment with that. So, this match really signifies, it really puts that rise of the Titans, what being a Titan and rising up, it really is, right? And that's with and taking the chosen. one, the standout for the chosen one. This is a uh, number one contender opportunity for the middleweight title.
And that chosen one could be anybody. It could be
Anybody.
upstart. It could be a veteran that's been in the business for 20 years.
It could be someone again that's already on the Titan roster that might, they might have to pull double duty that night. You never know.
It could be a heavyweight. It could be a lightweight. It could be a middleweight. It could be right. It could be anything. So
it couldn't be.
It could be right.
SP, did you sign up? SP could have signed up for the tryout.
I'd be the chosen one to break my ass if I did that.
But at the same time, then it takes, and then it's got to add another level and to the three competitors that are already in it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to know who they're wrestling.
Yeah, that is very true. We don't know what
is serious too. Like his striking ability is outstanding. Like he's a serious threat for that middleweight championship.
Oh, absolutely.
And we've seen again, he's under that influence now. He's been aligning himself with Frankie Picard. So you never know. You never know. And again, that momentum that both Ben Castle and Blocks, they have their own emotions going into this one as well. Blocks, look at that there. He's even saying it. The disrespect is real. Keep counting me out. Keep underestimating me.
Is bad. You keep spelling your name with a Z, man. You're always in this.
And then we got Blocks saying.
I don't really think there was any disrespect in anything that we.
I didn't think we were. I was just trying to get to
air owner Billy.
Oh, he has a good question though. If you're the one chosen, I guess it becomes a triple threat. That goes down to it there.
We have blocks and then fake blocks, like we had fake Billy one.
Blocks and shapes.
There you go. That's what goes down. We'll get blocks and shapes in there. But hey, again, you never know what could happen. But that also includes we're going to go to another match that will be happening Saturday, as it will be former Mob Fight TV American champion, former TCW heavyweight champion, Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gangone, riding that momentum after a hellacious brawl and fight with the cowboy himself, James Storm, at another level domination, trying to gain that momentum back here in TCW as he's going head to head with the Zombie King himself, Junior Flow. This is one where again, Gangone, after a great match with James Storm at another level domination, where again, that's another one. So many moments where we thought Dr. Sleep had it. Unfortunately, a little bit of miscommunication there with the Devout, and we see the cowboy once again having to say sorry about your damn luck to Dr. Sleep on that night. But gentlemen, your thoughts on this one going into Saturday?
Where does Dr. Sleep stand right now? Where does he go from here? He's got a huge match with Junior Flow. I mean, this is another star versus star, top quality match. And that's all that Dr. Sleep gets, because he's whatever our past has been when he tried, he put me to stay, that's neither here nor there. He's a top quality star. He could be on TV any night of the week, honestly. But where does he go? Even if he wins this match. If he wins this match, does he go back after that heavyweight championship? Does he redirect his energy back towards, the Mob Fight championship? Does he try to settle things with the Devout? Because let's be honest, I'm not the only one that's been the eye of division. Things didn't go like you said, Ray. Things didn't go well for them that night. Where do they stand? Where does he stand with them? So there's a lot of questions right now for Anthony Gangone and for Dr. Sleep. But one thing that I know about him is he always has an answer. So I don't doubt that he will this Saturday. And Junior Flow might feel the brunt of that.
Agreed on that one. But Billy, your take on this, and again, seeing what this could possibly mean for Junior Flow here, who's making his TCW debut here.
I doubled down on everything SP just said. I mean, he's right. He's 100%. Where does he go? It'll be intriguing to find out, right? Anthony Gangone's always been a man of mystery. So, the fans will find out. We'll find out when the fans find out. I mean, that's really how Mr. Gangone works. However, the only thing that I really they thrive on that chaos. The devout, it always has been, right? Even when Aaron Roxas was there, it's always been that chaotic state. I mean, if it wasn't chaotic, it wouldn't be the devout.
Agreed.
So yeah, I think that's in some aspects, man. If it's chaotic, it doesn't work. Whether it's relationships, factions, tag teams, whatever the case may be, it's chaotic. It never works. But I think as and I want to use this word loosely, right? Psychotic as the three of them together is when push comes to shove it. Actually, I think they thrive on that. I think they actually make it work. So
Oh, they certainly thrive on the chaos and the disorganization.
Definitely.
Shaking up the system. That's their thing. And honestly, Amity scares the hell out of me, so they do a pretty good job.
Like the three of them do. And again, I've gone on a record
yeah,
many times. Doctor Sleep has been a mentor of mine in the past.
I
I
like
still
John.
have to.
He's
I still have to say though, this isn't that guy I once knew. What he's become
likewise.
and what he continues to be as the devout has continued to reign terror over TCW. I don't know. Again, the performer we saw at another level, that seemed like my old friend there. But again, what we could possibly see against Junior Flow this weekend, I don't know. And that's what worries me about that matchup and just what that can mean again for the title divisions. Like SP said, who knows after if Dr. Sleep can get a win this weekend, he might have his eyes set for the winner of Fane and PJ Savage, or he might have the his sight on the winner of Donovan and Nico's Ricos, or any championship he desires. Who's I don't know about you, Belly, but I'm not gonna get in his way. Like we've seen
No,
what he's done in the past.
and
So
I agree with you on that. On that
I've
one,
caught a beating from them.
Ray. You said something that I agree with. You said we saw flashes of that old Anthony Gangone. You saw flashes of your old friend against James Storm, and I have to agree. I mean, and if he's going to beat Junior Flow, he's going to need to bring some more of that. He's going to need to remember who Anthony Gangone is beyond the mask, and beyond the scare tactics, and beyond all the theatrics. Like he needs to be himself, and he needs to show everybody that he is still Anthony Gangone,
agreed.
which doesn't mean much, but hey.
I agreed there. Also, thank you, Blocks, for the comment about the shades. Thank
Yeah,
you.
looking good there, right? You look like you're ready to go see a 3D movie.
It's just a tint. It's just a tint there. But the tint. We're not going back to that. We're not going. We're saying tint. But when it comes to that, we brought her up. Let's talk about that. The TCW Goddesses of War Women's Championship here, as Amity LeVay will defend against the returning JC Storm here. This one might have been it's been talked about as could it be Amity LeVay's biggest just challenge so far to her championship reign here. And JC brings, no pun intended, a storm is brewing for Rise of the Titans here.
No, absolutely. I mean, we're looking forward to seeing JC Storm back in action here at Titan. This very well, most possibly could be Amity's biggest challenge, and you know, she's overcome a lot, Amity, and consistently was able to keep her Goddesses of War title. But I'm not too sure on this whole JC Storm, coming back. I mean, she's lethal. She really is. And JC Storm can, she definitely could decide an end of a match like this. So Amity really, really, really needs to cross her T's and dot her I's in this spring on Saturday.
Agreed. Definitely agreed on that. SP, your thoughts on it?
Amity scares the hell out of me, like I said. She should scare JC Storm too. I know JC's an amazing competitor. And it's great to see her back here at Titan. I think I remember, it was probably when I first became the general manager. Hey, Billy, good hire there, man. That lasted a long time, didn't it?
Yeah, you had a nice run.
I sure as hell did, man.
You really did. I mean, listen, your GM tenure, it will always be etched in history.
Hell yeah. If it wasn't for that ingrate son of mine, I'd still be the GM. I wouldn't have to get distracted, but we'll talk about that another time.
He's a party head now. What can you do?
JC Storm. Yeah, he's calling the shots, man. JC Storm back. I think she might have wrestled Riley Shepard that night, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Right? It was it at the first Goddesses show, maybe the second Goddesses show.
It might have been the second one, but I think that's the one that's the one where you were really adamant about signing that and really pushing that.
She's amazing. So I mean, it's great to see her back. You guys did a good job bringing her back. But like I said, Amity's on an upward trend, and she's scary, and I don't want to be anywhere near her when she screams. So I'm gonna watch that match from afar, but I will be watching. So.
Not you. I don't blame you on that one, SP. But again, like we've said, the chaos.
Way, kind of, but you know, that's different.
Hey, but it's shown though the chaos that's currently consuming the devout might be what again gives her that element, gives her that advantage because somehow they find the controlled chaos, if you will, with this. So we'll see what happens on Saturday with that championship match. But gentlemen, again, that is we have a stat card for this weekend. Rise of the Titans, like we said, is something that is building to a very busy summer here for TCW. With the trip down to North Carolina as well, and so many other things that we haven't fully announced yet. So you guys are going to want to follow TCW to be ready for everything that the Titan Nation will be bringing here. But Billy, I have to ask you also, just seeing this again, seeing what will be going down this Saturday and that future with TCW, just seeing the ever-changing dynamic now when it comes to the roster and just everything that it's brought the Titan Nation. Your thoughts, man, for the rest of 2025 here?
I mean, the rest of 2025 is really goal oriented. It is definitely going to be a busy remainder of the year. I mean, we're going to North Carolina, we're going to Arkansas. We just recently announced we're going to Connecticut, right? We're going back again in North Carolina in September. We have another state to announce. We're going to PA in August. I mean, and tomorrow I have a talks with a gentleman out in Mississippi. So that's for tomorrow, right? For 2026. So there's so many different things that we have upcoming. The biggest thing is growing together. Whether it's the team, the roster, everybody here, they keep pushing. The achievement of breaking that 1 million, 1.1 million on our social media views and the constant pushing, right? And so thankful to our media team and production team to making that happen. So the remainder of 2026 is nothing but just keep it going, keep that revenge tour going. But also, I'm in the middle of setting our dates for 26. So our goal is already looking at 26. Like my 25 year is done unless I add more in, which, I mean, we're in May, so it's quite possible, right?
Yeah.
I'm known for doing dumb stuff like that, but
yeah, you do a lot of dumb stuff. Let me tell you.
SP said it. I did not. I appreciate the paycheck. So I'm not going to say a word.
Hey, listen, I got to agree.
Titan show, and you don't.
You know what I do? It's kind of the same thing I tell Charlie every morning because he'll blow up my phone. I never wake up and I go, well.
He blows up your phone after he blows up the toilet.
But still he blows it up.
Jesus.
And I go, well, that didn't work. So if that didn't work, we move on to the next thing. But again, if there's more dates, they'll be there. But I'm really focused on 26.
Gotcha.
Because my 25 is already done. So it's kind of just and I explained this before. I'm used to navigating the ship. It's always been me who navigated it. And I think we're at a really good crossroad now that where the water is so smooth that I'm just kind of just steering along with it. And I'm happy. I'm excited to see where it's going. I've got a great team. I really do. A goal-oriented team, sometimes dysfunctional, but they all stick in the time of turmoil. They all stick together and they make it happen. And proof is in the pudding. Mr. SP's here when it came down to domination, but that's for another conversation another day.
You know
But
what? You're talking about smooth water, Billy. I'm just going to tell you the water's about to get a lot choppier on Saturday, and that's all I'm going to say. I'll see you guys later. Rise of the Titans. Good luck.
What about that Ben Castle?
Yeah. You're like, come.
You're in trouble.
So that whole time he's cutting us off, and then he tries to leave on a cliffhanger. Like, I don't get this guy at times. I don't get how he got in here. I still don't know how he got in here.
SP Anderson, he's got magical ways.
I don't get it. But again, like we talked about there, though, it's going to be a very, again, interesting rest of 2025. Like we said, a lot of things coming, a lot of things in the works, and a lot of things. There's a reason why I did this episode conjointed here, because you never know. There might be some Respect and Titan announcements coming soon as we continue on in the year. But I want to remind everyone, if they haven't already, make sure they're following TCW on all of their social media there, just to make sure you're up to date with everything and staying tuned with our announcements. Because again, a lot of things are still in the works. And also, if you haven't already, get your tickets for Saturday at TitanChampionshipWrestling.com. And Billy has something to say there.
One cool thing. But I do got to give a shout out and a huge thank you. And we're looking forward to it. But for June 14th, North Carolina, Dad's Day, Degenerate Media will be joining us down in North Carolina. So that is awesome. And we're looking forward to that. So, it's going to be one hell of a night. So
there we go. Again, we got the full team coming down for Dad's Day. It's going to be a stacked event. You guys are not going to want to miss it. But again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode here of Respect the Craft. We'll see you guys this Saturday. Again, if you haven't already, make sure be there for Rise of the Titans. If you haven't already, also get your tickets for Respect. We talked about all the insane matches that have been announced so far, and there's still a lot more to come, including tomorrow we'll be announcing another one at 7 p.m. But till then, guys, as always, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people. Respect the craft. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, everybody.